Yeah, this is a real common one too. My story is, no matter what I do or how hard I work, it's never enough. I never have enough. Good job. Anybody identify with that one? Okay. How would your best self overcome your emotional black hole? Well, know I deserve it. Show up at 100%. Good. Have you been keeping a journal while you've been going through Movement to Mastery?
Yeah.
With your
Success.
successes?
And
Good,
gratitude.
because that, if you read that periodically, it will show you that there's a lot of evidence to show that you've been showing up at 100%. Lighter, making it, did you like it? Okay, good. You did Pinnacle presentation last year?
Uh-huh.
What was your prelude?
I had 4. I had smile, pow, roar, get off my back. And I still use it.
You can do Irving's, the pow and the roar, but instead of get off my back,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to yell how proud you are of what you've done recently, of where you showed up recently. Okay? Loud, adamant, solid. Okay? Okay. Acknowledge her. Okay, somebody else.
I don't like it. I'm gonna put that out there.
Oh, I got it. I couldn't read that. Waste of money. Be a waste
Sorry.
of money.
My writing's crappy.
How many of you can see that Emily's biggest fear that it won't work for her and it will be a waste of money? How many of you can see that that's a bit ludicrous?
Yeah,
For
it's
Emily.
totally a joke.
I mean, Wilbur is so clever, you know? It's great. Emily, I guarantee you that pretty much the entire time you're at the awakening, you're gonna be in 7th heaven. You're gonna swear you've died and gone to heaven. They're gonna have to scrape you off the ceiling because you're gonna be so blissed out of your mind. Okay?
I know that now, that was my biggest fear when I signed up,
For the awakening. Yeah.
but I don't feel that way anymore. I
Okay.
don't have any fears about going now.
Good. Actually, you might want to spend some time looking at that, because the fear may not be that I'm afraid of the awakening. The fear may be the fear of my better self coming to be.
Mm.
There may be some fears about that, you know? What happens if I get so amazing that I leave all my best friends behind?
Yeah, that's fun. That's
Yeah.
already happening.
Yeah. Have you ever read the Carlos Castaneda books?
Yeah, remember, we've had this, I got up to like,
Did you do Journey to Ixtlan?
I don't remember, I was 18. This
Oh.
was over 20 years ago, I need to reread them.
You might read the last chapter of Journey to Ixtlan again.
What number is it? I only got up to like book 7 before I was like, this is way
3,
too
it's the
weird.
3rd book.
Yeah, I read it, but it's been
Yeah,
over
no, just
20
read the
years.
last chapter. Because he basically explains that when he wrestled with the ally, it teleported him to another place. And then he was on his journey back to Ixtlan. And Carlos said, well, he realized he had to leave everybody behind. And Carlos said, well, when will you, did you get back to Ixtlan? And they laughed at him and said, I will never get back to Ixtlan. Sometimes it feels like that, but I never will. So,
Is Ixon where the people are?
huh?
Wait, is Ixon where the people are?
Yeah, you could think of it like that, as a metaphor. You know? What he's saying is that you can never go back. And believe me, I want you to know, one of the reasons, one of the evidence that you're gonna have such an amazing awakening, okay, is that there will be many times in the next few years when you're gonna wish you could go back. When you're gonna wish you could close your eyes and not see all that you see.
See, yeah, okay.
Like, and you're gonna curse me? Damn, Gary, open my eyes.
Oh, no.
I hate that little short Mexican.
Uh-oh.
My kids can see my stuff, because they did the awakening.
Oh, boy.
My kids can see my stuff just because they're enlightened, because the next generation is.
So much, you're so awesome.
Okay, with your story, can't manifest money because I think it's out of integrity to ask for money. It feels wrong. I don't want any more bans.
Probably
Loans,
debt,
loans, because I'm working on getting out of debt. I hate owing people money, stresses me out, takes my power. Yeah, it only takes your power because of the way of the story, because you're wiring it up that way. Okay, do you have places where you're owing people money and not paying them back?
Yep, which is why I have no credit to get loans.
Okay.
And which is why I really don't wanna go down a path of asking for more money from
I
people.
understand, Okay, let me show you how this works, okay? When you're out of integrity on some area of your life, you can't move forward in that area because of that. You have to clean that up so that you can have space to do more in that area. Right?
Right,
Doesn't matter whether it's love or money or whatever, right? That's probably why I'm doing what I'm doing with you on Shane. So it's really simple. You know the story about Barbara Taylor, the one who, didn't want to do the awakening, hated groups and all that stuff, and then, okay, I'll do the awakening, and then it's like, but I got all these debts and, If you take everybody that you owe money to, and you write an email or a letter or whatever, and you say, I just want you to know that I intend to be in integrity with you, and it may take a long time, but I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make it happen. And even if you say to each person you owe money to, right now I can only afford $1 a month, or $5 a month, or whatever, okay? The moment you write that and then you send it to them. However, the moment you know you communicated to them, your space will open up. And you'll feel like you have room. Now I can invest in myself. See, now, paying for Movement to Mastery or the Awakening or whatever is not this. It's not, oh, let me approach you like a beggar with my tail between my legs, because I've made so many messes before, and I'm gonna have to ask you for more money. I'm probably gonna screw you over too. It's not that. It's, I'm a person of integrity, and I have a lot of integrity, and I'm cleaning up my messes, and I want to ask you to support me to be more integrity, to be the kind of person that can be even have greater integrity. And You can either gift it to me, or I'll pay you back with interest, whatever. And the reason I know I'm gonna pay you back is because I'm cleaning up all my other messes. I'm gonna pay everybody back. You see what I'm saying? And the truth is, I don't really care whether anybody gives you any money or not. What I care that is that you ask in a way that reprograms all this nonsense you have up here about, you know, being a beggar and a loser and whatever you call yourself when you're out of integrity. I'm just a sleaze, or, you know, whatever, you know? That's what I care about, okay?
Gary,
Yeah?
what about in that case, for example, declaring bankruptcy? Is that the matter or no? Or is it a different thing?
People make up a lot of stuff about bankruptcy. They think, people make it up that it's out of integrity, or that I'm a loser if I have to, that kind of stuff, okay? And the truth is, it only is that if you say it is that. Like everything else, it's what you say is so is so. Sometimes it's very appropriate to declare bankruptcy, and it's a good move, and it's very supportive. That's why the credit card companies all created these agencies to help people not declare bankruptcy, so that one day they might get their money back. You know what I mean?
That's
Get some of it
interesting,
back,
cause
yeah.
that was actually part of my original plan, and Seth talked me out of it and told me it was out of integrity.
Well, he didn't know what he was talking about.
Yeah,
So we actually walked away, we actually had a bankruptcy paid for, and we walked away from it.
Wow.
Well, I wish you would've talked to me about it.
Yep.
yeah.
I hear you, Emmy.
'Cause that's,
Well, I'm just telling you,
no, 'cause that's what I feel like.
it depends on what you say about it.
Yeah.
If you say it's in integrity and it's a good move and da-da-da, you know?
That was totally like part of my original movement plan. Was cleaning up my mess with bankruptcy.
So I'm just telling you what it is now, okay?
Thank you, Gary.
So, I'm just curious, it won't hurt your feelings if the money showed up out of the blue, right?
Nope.
To pay off whatever these debts are, or movement to mastery, or whatever. Maybe pitch in for Ray's Awakening or something.
That sounds delicious, Gary.
Okay. Stage 1, new skill. What's the word you judge yourself for when you break your integrity around money? Like, or if you see somebody who's out of integrity with money out there, how do you judge them? What do you call them?
I don't know.
Don't take a wild guess.
Con artist? Con artist? Oh,
No, don't help her.
oh, sorry.
I don't judge other people because I understand it.
Well,
Um,
you really do judge other people and you judge yourself. That's why I'm trying to have you dig deep enough to find out what the word is.
Probably a loser.
Okay, good, terrific. So in Movement to Mastery, tell them this is a new skill that I gave you, and I want you to go to them and say, if I asked you for $1,000, would you think that I'm a loser? Okay? Good. Then ask them if they would give you the name of anybody they know who has money. Then, are you willing to, either refile for bankruptcy or write letters to all the people who you owe money to tell them that you wanna clean up your mess?
Wow.
Yeah, that's a really rough one since I just walked away from having it totally paid.
I got it. And you know what? Are they opposed to the idea of you using the money you paid for to redo it?
I doubt it.
Well, check with them and
I
see.
can ask them, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I got
Those
it.
lawyers suck, so I doubt it.
You can check and see. Honestly, I don't care, because the truth is, if you wanna file for bankruptcy and he won't let you do it again, then you can decide if that's a route you wanna take, or you can write everybody letters or emails and just say, I'm intending to get this handled. You know, it's so interesting because it's not ever about what happens outside of you, out here. It's not ever about the lawyer or these people that you wanna go to bankruptcy for, or it's all about what's gonna make you feel in integrity. See, a really good reflection for you, Emily, is the fact that when you thought Seth was right, that it was out of integrity, the bankruptcy, you actually went for your integrity and decided, well, okay, then I'm gonna just find a way to pay it off, and, you know, that's a really good reflection of how much integrity you have.
Well, that's why I haven't filed bankruptcy for 15 years.
You what?
Like, our money problem started 12 years ago.
I got it.
I've been on the fence for 12 years because I feel like it's out of integrity.
Yeah, I got it.
But at the same time, not making payments, which is also out of integrity, so.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have a great awakening.
I know, I'm excited.
So you understand the new skill?
Ask everybody if they think I'm a loser, give them, will they give me the name of anyone who has money?
No. You ask everyone in Movement to Mastery if they believe you would be a loser if you asked them for $1,000.
Yeah, and will they be are
And
they
would they
willing to
give you
the
the
name?
names of anybody they know who has money, so you can call them up and say, I'm trying to get to the awakening, would you be willing to either gift me or loan me $1,000? See what I'm saying? Now-
She already has it paid for though, like, how does she?
No, it's not, it's
Okay,
not
that's
about,
That's not the point, okay.
yeah, I mean,
But that feels like it's lying to me because it isn't for my awakening.
no, then you say it's for my Movement to Mastery.
Yeah.
Or say it's to pay off some people I wanna be integrity with. I don't care.
I guess that's just my thing is I need a big enough why. I have listened to Your Wish is Your Command. And I
Well-
understand that I need a big enough why.
Well, a big why, well, then do your visualization, see what should be on the table, you know what I mean? But it's obvious from what you're describing that your why is your integrity. You're tired of being out of integrity and you really wanna be back in integrity. Which is one reason why you're gonna be high as a kite at the awakening.
There's like 500 things I can see for you.
I guess I just don't understand like how it's out of like cleaning it up. If I clean up the messes with my money, that's already out of integrity. Or that's already getting back into integrity. Like I don't need other people's money to do that. So where I'm coming up is I actually don't need other people's money to get to where I'm going. So I don't feel like I need to ask other people for money to get what I need. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so then
This is where I'm getting
ask
hung up with
for
this.
money for the hunger project, to end starvation.
Okay, but that's easy for me. It's easy for me to ask for money for things that aren't for me.
That's not gonna do the trick then.
It's not, cause I have
No.
no problem asking for money for other things.
I got it. It has to be what counters your doubt and fear.
and complicated, Gary.
Just do the new skill,
Okay,
and then process through what comes up for you about it,
okay.
okay?
And then the cleaning up,
Yeah.
writing everyone.
You have to decide whether you're gonna go for another bankruptcy or whether you're going to, aim for cleaning up your messes. The point is, until you do one of those two things, until you clean up your messes, okay, you're blocked.
Yeah.
And you don't need that. You want that out of your space. And by the way, what I'm telling her is true for everybody.
Well, and we did start cleaning up some of them, and then I got a free trip to Puerto Rico, so.
You what?
We started cleaning up
Some of your
them,
messes.
And we got a free trip to Puerto Rico.
Well, interesting how blessings work, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, acknowledge her. Did anybody else do their homework? Shelley,
Okay, and mine is on manifesting love.
you know what, do me a favor, let me do Ray, so that if
Okay.
I have time, I can go
Sure.
over with you, cause I know you can
Okay.
stay longer.
Right.
Here, let me do Ray. Yeah, that's a great one. Biggest fear is, even if I have a breakthrough, my old patterns and habits will come back, and nothing will change in my life, and I will fail again. It's great. You know, Ray, I'll tell you, people mistakenly think that the awakening is about the high. And people get really high, but it's not about the high at all. It's about the practical applications of those experiences. The reason why people's lives can change in a heartbeat is because when they have certain kinds of experiences, they actually change their behavior. Like after my first breakthrough, when I was king of the wimps, I couldn't say no to, you could ask me for anything, my house, my car, okay. Literally, I was on the verge of a nervous breakdown because I couldn't say no to anything. And a few days after the awakening, people would come up and say, can I do this or whatever, and I'd say, no, thank you, and I'd be like, did I say that? And what I noticed is that the effect it had on me, after about 9 or 10 months, I noticed that not only was I becoming more assertive, the pace at which I was becoming more assertive was accelerated. So, it's interesting how everybody's fear about doing the awakening is just such nonsense. You know what I mean? Like that's not a, it's not that you won't see yourself do some of your same old bad habits. And you will need some support to make sure that you keep going in the right direction. It's not gonna be a cure, it's not a magic pill, okay? You will see yourself fall and slip and trip and all that stuff, and support would be really handy, okay? But it's virtually impossible for you to go back to where you are now or then. It's like saying, if I could take the next 5 years and put it in a week, if you're gonna grow at all in 5 years, if you're gonna progress, if you're gonna get better, if you're gonna see yourself doing less of the bad habits, okay? By the way, give me an example of a bad habit you'd like to overcome.
It's not a specific thing, but procrastinating.
Mm-hmm. I got it.
I could do that tomorrow or
Yeah, I
next
got it.
week or-
Yeah. Procrastination is mostly an expression of fear. It's mostly a negative association that if I do it now, if I get to it, something I'm not really conscious about is scaring me about it. You know what I mean? It's like that. Failure, broken, unlovable, it's great. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, so it makes a lot of sense that you and Emily are together, given that you both of your stories are so similar.
Yeah, they've been fun.
I have a history of not fulfilling financial agreements, no matter how hard I work, there's not I want you to get this, okay? The first sentence tells you why the second sentence is there. Watch. I have a history of not fulfilling financial agreements. That's the first sentence. Now, the second sentence is caused by the first sentence. No matter how hard I work, there's not quite enough. Y'all get it? For these two to be back in integrity, whatever it took, okay? And like, let's say the awakening didn't work, right? Shoot, I wasted all that money on that stupid awakening, right? Okay?
That dirty Mexican.
Then what'd you say?
That dirty Mexican.
Yeah, that dirty short Mexican. So then I would say, go do something else. Go do whatever other program you can find that would help you get integrity, because once either one of you got in integrity, your financial situation would be a whole new ballgame. I mean, look, anybody can look at him and realize he's got plenty of potential to make a shitload of money. He's got what it takes. That's obvious. If I met him on the street and never talked to him, it would be obvious. So, what's weighing him down? Lack of integrity. So, was the bankruptcy thing gonna clean up both your messes, or just his, or just
Both
yours?
of ours.
Both of them. Okay.
Not really, because there's a lot of student loans
Oh, yeah.
and the bankruptcy won't.
Handle them.
Handle those.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the biggest
And the
one.
other loans are just kind of small things that
Yeah, I got it.
we've started taking care
Yeah.
of, but
Yeah, you know that there are companies who specifically target people who have student loans.
I
to
have
help.
a mess with my dad too, which is
Yeah.
really a big block for me. I've been trying to get the courage to deal with that one.
That one would be a good one to start with.
No kidding.
Even if you gotta just, like I've been working with Shelley on cleaning up with her son.
Yeah,
It's not just a financial mess either, it's.
I understand.
yeah.
I understand. I heard it when you said it. So, if you need some help on how to write him or email him or whatever, that's what I've been doing with Shelley, and polishing it, and making it so that he'll melt and get affected and forgive you and all that stuff, okay? That's doable. That's really doable, okay? But I'm just saying, the reason why it's a good place to start, and the truth is, even without my help, Shelley could have started the process of trying to
Yeah.
clean up with her son, and then she could have met me a year later, and then I would have helped to do a better job of it. It doesn't really matter.
As
You-
long as you start.
as long as you start the process, okay? Matter of fact, depending on how open you are to this, when you get done with creating the Word document, if you feel safe enough about it, you might save him a little bit of money in having to have me coach him and just send it to him
Yeah.
and see if, depending on how if you feel safe about that,
Yeah. I'd be
So
happy
anyway,
to.
that would be a good place to start.
Yeah.
And of course, the same thing I told Emily about, writing to everybody and saying, and then deciding if you're gonna do the bankruptcy thing or not, that kind of thing, okay? Do you know there's companies that help people get the student loans off their back and work it out with them?
Well, so, just recently, two of them,
Charged off.
what it's called, not charged off, it's,
Withdrawn?
yeah, they just said, we
Forgiven.
give up on this.
Yep.
And
Right.
Okay.
sent me a tax letter, so now I have to pay tax on the income but the loans are gone.
Okay,
That actually happened after we started cleaning up messes too.
good.
You have to pay tax on it as income to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right,
but the
Yeah.
loan's
Dad's
not there.
taxes there.
but
Yeah.
the loans are gone.
That's good.
Discharged is.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
discharge. Well,
discharged.
once they discharge it, then you're off the hook, so,
Yeah.
Right.
okay. Okay.
Is that the truth for integrity though?
Huh?
Is there, does that keep your integrity intact?
Yes.
Even if
Yes,
it's
it does.
discharged?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
an agreement is between two people. If I let you out of the agreement, you're off the hook.
Yes,
Cool.
yeah.
Okay,
That's a
so,
great thing. That's a great.
okay, I'm gonna give you a stage one new skill. And with you, I'm willing to let you tell me if it's too hard. If it is, I'll make it smaller, okay? So, I want you to do this. You can do it in the mirror or do it to Emily, either way, okay? I'm gonna go like this, go. Like that, okay? That's a stage one new skill.
Twice a day.
No, just once a day.
Did you hear that?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, once a day.
That's perfect.
And the stage two new skill is just make a list of everybody you know who has money or thinks they know people who have money, and ask at least 25 people for $1,000. They can either gift it or they can loan it to you. Just, but decide and clean up your messes with, what's the soonest you could make a decision about cleaning up your messes?
Can I do the same, well, I don't know, I've kind of already decided, but I wanna do the same thing with her and write every person I owe money and state my intention
Yeah.
to take care of this. and-
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you've already made that decision to do that.
Yeah, when you told her,
Okay,
I
good,
was
then
like,
you
I'm
can,
gonna do
then you
that.
can
So
start
we already
asking,
made that
you can
decision?
start asking people now then. So you've made the decision, so now that you made a decision, you can do it. Okay?
So I still need to ask people for money.
Yeah, the 25 people.
I know lots of people with money.
Good, 25 people.
Can I email them or text them?
It would be best if you could call them
Yeah,
and talk to them.
it's more the connection.
He hates it when I'm right.
That scares me.
I
Good.
told him the same thing, I'm like,
I know,
you're gonna,
it's
he's
good.
gonna tell you have to call.
That's good. It will, because it scares you, doing it will reprogram.
Because I've done it in the past and not paid people back.
And that's why you clean up the messes. In other words, if you shift your integrity in here, it'll open up the space to feel like this time it's okay to ask for money. Right now, you gotta send everybody the letters.
Okay, so it's
email.
that has to happen in that order.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And you all, both of you should actually, and all of you should actually check your state. Send the emails, send the letters, then check your state. You know, notice, close your eyes, spend some time
Oh, I know.
silently, notice how it feels, notice that the space is opening up. Now you can invest in yourself because you believe you're doing good. You know, when I moved into Cedar, you know what the first principle they taught me was? This is like 40-plus years ago. First principle, you want to feel good? Do good things. Okay, anybody else do their homework? Acknowledge. Yay, Ray. I'm really proud of you. Way to go.
I barely made it here tonight, so.
You're here.
Yay.
You're experiencing it.
I got it. I got it. I'm proud of you for making it here tonight. Okay.
I have mine.
And Ray, you already gave me your checks?
They're on your little thingy right there.
Diane
They put-
Curtis
They
Bridge?
put my mom's name on
Yeah,
it.
it's a joint account.
I got it.
Yeah,
I got it. Okay.
I wrote my name on the bottom of the check, so.
I
you-
got it. So I'll know which ones are
I
whose.
crossed her name out and put mine on the top.
I don't know yet.
Great. So Mary, did you come up with a negative?
Yeah.
The story? Okay? Oh, wait a minute. I promised Shelley I would do
Yeah.
hers. I'll have to do yours next week.
Okay. Mine's on manifesting love, not money.
So you have lots of money, Shelley?
Well, I have enough money.
I thought I won't open up.
Okay, unison, can I write? Whatever, I'm her phone buddy, I get it first, back off.
Proud of you. He's getting real.
Okay, I can't find love because I'm not worth it. I'm stuck in my old pattern that keeps good men away. I wanna make, this is really good to relate money to love, okay? Remember how I said she was cleaning up my mess with her son? Okay? Do you mind if I share with him about
No.
that? Okay. So, when she was young, she let her son and his dad move far away. And she was afraid to go back to California because she thought her parents would control her the way they always had. You know what I mean? So she went unconscious about her son and what he would go through. And then, of course, years later, she was like, what did I do? You know what I'm saying? But in order to handle the pain of all that, she had to go through rounds of drugs, alcohol, you know what I mean?
Yep. I know
All
what you
kinds
mean.
of fun, depressing stuff, right? Jail,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Great, okay? So I want you all to understand, there is a very deep connection between integrity and blessings. Like, I had someone that was pretty close to me call me up and say she was gonna move to Venezuela with a guy that she was in love with. She's gonna farm her kids out to all the dads. Now, I know that when people are off track, they get 2x4s in the face. But I didn't count on how ruthless the universe is. Okay? So, all her kids are farmed out to their dads, okay? Something in her soul knows that they're not enough, that that's not okay. She goes down to Venezuela. The guy in Venezuela, there's only two classes, dirt poor and wealthy, right? So when the wealthy walk around at night, they carry guns. And so he's just playing with his gun, it goes off, it kills him. She sold everything here to move to Venezuela. He had a will, but it was only good in America, not there, right? So she's with a family she doesn't know, in a country she's not from, and she's skating on thin ice, okay? So believe me when I tell you it is worth cleaning up your messes. Okay, so let me give you a new skill. Okay. You tell me how many times a week you're willing to do this. I want it to be a stretch, but not too hard. Okay? I want you to find places where wealthy men hang out. Then I want you to go up to these men, okay? And I want you to touch their shoulder or their elbow.
Right.
And I want you to smile really sweetly and bigly and just say, "You are so cute. You are so cute.
Okay.
You are so appealing."
Okay.
Appealing or attractive, either one of those words, nothing else. Okay? And then you can take it from there, because it'll start a conversation, and, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like that. And I want you to approach men that make your heart pitter patter.
Okay.
Wow.
Where do working men hang out?
How many times a week are you willing to do that?
Every day.
It has to be just a bit of a stretch, not, it depends,
I'm thinking twice.
okay? Twice a week,
We're in movement to mastery, you know.
okay?
Yeah.
No, movement to mastery doesn't count. I want it to be people outside of movement to
I
mastery.
know, because we're in
Oh, yeah,
movement
I
to
got it, I got it,
mastery.
I got
I'm
it.
gonna say twice.
Yeah, I got it,
Right,
I got it.
right.
Where do wealthy men hang out?
I gotta
Country
find-
clubs,
Right,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
you know,
Summer,
real
yeah.
estate seminars.
Yeah. yeah.
Libraries.
Huh?
The library.
The library.
It depends.
I've seen
It
some
depends
really
on
nice
if the
little
library's in a
libraries.
wealthy part of
I love the
town.
library.
Yeah.
I went to the library the other day. and
Just go to the wealthy parts of town and then look at different places that are in that part of town.
Yeah.
Coffee
Many
shops
different
over there.
bars,
Yeah.
shops.
Einstein Bagel's in a wealthy part of town. Downtown restaurants.
Yeah, yeah.
See, that would be really good for you, to go to a wealthy restaurant downtown, classy people hanging out, right? Go up to some guy, you have no idea, you've never met him before, and just walk up and go, "You are so cute."
Yeah, I think, like, it seems like it would have to be, like, I don't know if I would say attractive, but I would say you look like so much fun. Is that the same?
No, that's
No?
what women like to hear, that's not
Yeah.
what men
Oh,
like to
and
hear.
then like to hear
You're
about
thinking
their
of
romance.
women's brains, not men's brains.
Oh, that's why I don't have
That's
a man's brain.
never.
No.
Never.
What did she say?
Yeah.
You need to do the relationships course again so you can remember
Yeah.
the part about men and women's
Right,
brains.
different.
you know what I
And
mean?
how they want the body.
And then you have to make sure they're not married, but you.
Well, you
can
just look
always
at their
tell,
finger.
Right, but you can't always
Look
tell.
at their finger.
Can't always tell, okay,
Yeah,
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 yeah, all right,
okay,
okay.
good. Let's acknowledge her.
Good job,
Okay, we're gonna wrap it up, and Leo, I just wanna check with you, you were a little bit late.
A little bit.
Yeah, did you watch the video? Okay, good, so you already know about the video? Okay, so, if you're ready to join the class, you gotta sign this agreement and write out your checks.
Okay.
3
I'm gonna
checks.
Text her and see if that's helping.
And this is the thing.
Shoot, so we recorded the whole thing
that you're
without the
gonna be
audio.
doing. You gotta fill this out before next week so
Okay.
that I can give you a new skill.
I could hear
Okay,
it on my
now,
phone. That was what was
I need to
weird.
get like team captains,
Okay.
okay?
All right.
I need
Okay,
a team captain
okay,
from
thank you.
this side and a team captain from this side. So who would be willing to be the one that they text every day so that every time we come back to class, I can ask the team captain, did everybody text you every day or did they not text you every day? Okay, Sarah, thank you very much. Okay, from this side, who's willing to be a team captain?
I'll do it.
You
All the
sure?
people looking down, geez.
I'll do it, I'll do it, you sure you wanna do it?
I'll have Shelley do
I'll
it.
do it, okay.
You don't trust me?
Based on your energy. You had a certain energy when you said it, she had a different kind of energy.
Yeah,
Hers was more solid than yours was.
okay,
Good, she can do
Good,
it. I
good.
don't like commitment, it's scary.
okay.
So, did everybody over here get who their team captain is?
Shelley.
And you're gonna text them every day, right? Have you watched the video?
No.
Okay, don't sign the contract until you watch the video of last week. Tricia, oh, wait a minute. Did you get an email from me showing the link?
She just heard about it an hour ago.
Also, Melissa's, we're the same place.
What? Talk louder, Tricia.
Well, I'll do. She is, we didn't watch the videos.
I understand, so I'm just asking you, do you have the link yet? You have the link, okay? You have the link? Okay, you have the link, okay, so you're the only one that doesn't have the link. I'm just gonna put my day timer so that I can remember to send you the email with the link.
If you go to YouTube, Rise Leadership, it should be on there. If you're subscribed to their YouTube channel.
You
you should be able to
subscribe.
watch it on there.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Is it really on?
Yeah.
Anybody go to
That's how
YouTube?
Irving watched it, is.
You just need to subscribe.
The lives that they stream.
It's Rise Leaders.
Okay,
Yeah.
good, good. But make sure you text me right away if you can't find her, it's not there, or something goes wrong, so I can get you the link, okay? Good, good. Okay, everybody, have a
Um,
great night.
And
Tricia.
then Natalie Fortuna's on here, so she needs to be in one of the two groups.
Okay,
She's-
let's put her in this group,
Okay,
okay?
all right.
Will you let her know?
Yep, Shelley, I just need to get your number to her.
Okay. Mine-
Okay,
want-
and
want-
you all, if you're in the program, you're all going to be texting Sarah every day. Okay? You did it and a number. You don't have to make it long, it's did it and a number, that's it. Did it means all three things. Okay.
And what three things?
Huh?
The two skills, what are the three things?
It's the
What I talked about at the very beginning of the night.
The visualization twice a day.
The visualization twice a day, you did your new skill that I gave you, and you acted on the strategies that came out of your visualization at what percentage? 80%, 90%, 95%, etc.
What if the new skill is talking to people at movement? I can only do that at movement themes, right?
You can call them.
Yeah.
Am I doing that every day though?
No, actually, when you're at Movement to Mastery Thursday night,
Right.
do it to as many people as you can.
Okay,
The weeks
so,
that we're not at movement, you can call.
well, and then like cleaning up my messes, that's not gonna be like an every single day kind of thing.
No, no,
So
you're just
then-
gonna do
So
that.
then it's just my visualization and what comes out of it 100%.
Yes. And asking people for money.
That was on my skills.
Yes, it is.
You never said that.
Yes, it is.
Clean up your
I
intention.
asked you to ask people in Movement to Mastery for people that they know
That have money.
that have money so that you
And
could
then
ask
ask
them
them.
for the money.
What if nobody gives me people?
They will.
Alright.
So cute.
I can give you 30 people.
Okay, everybody, have a good night.
Gary, how do I see it?
Better late than never.
Yeah.
Do you wanna pay $100 or do you
Oh
wanna
my
get somebody
gosh,
else
I
to donate?
prayed for you to find someone
You can call Lori.
so happy.